Hello friends, welcome to Short Moral Tales. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a cruel and tyrannical king named King Reginald. He ruled with an iron fist, caring only about his own wealth and power, and showing no concern for the well-being of his subjects. The people of the kingdom lived in fear and suffered greatly under his oppressive rule. One day, a kind and wise old man named Samuel arrived in the kingdom. He had traveled from a distant land, seeking to make a difference and bring justice to the oppressed. Hearing of the king's cruelty, Samuel decided to devise a plan to teach him a lesson about compassion and the importance of treating others with kindness. Samuel disguised himself as a poor beggar and approached the king's palace, seeking an audience with King Reginald. Intrigued by the sight of a beggar at his doorstep, the king allowed Samuel to enter, curious to see what this poor man wanted from him. As Samuel stood before the king, he told him a heartbreaking story of his own suffering and misery. He spoke of how he had lost everything, including his family, due to the cruelty of a heartless ruler in another kingdom. His tale was filled with despair and tragedy, striking a chord within King Reginald's cold heart. Though King Reginald was known for his lack of empathy, he couldn't help but feel a sliver of compassion for the beggar before him. He offered Samuel a small bag of coins and told him to leave, hoping to ease his own guilt and move on. But Samuel, who had anticipated this reaction, gently refused the king's offer. He explained that he didn't need money, he needed something much more valuable. He requested that the king grant him a simple favor instead. Intrigued, King Reginald agreed to listen to the beggar's request. Samuel asked the king to spend a day in the shoes of his suffering subjects, to see firsthand the misery and hardship they endured under his rule. The king hesitated, realizing the gravity of the request. However, his curiosity and a hint of guilt pushed him to accept the challenge. Samuel promised to guide him throughout the day, ensuring his safety while exposing him to the harsh realities faced by the common people. The following day, King Reginald was disguised as a peasant and set out with Samuel. They visited impoverished neighborhoods, where the king witnessed families struggling to make ends meet, children going hungry, and workers toiling under grueling conditions. He saw the effects of his own policies and the pain it caused the people he was meant to protect. The king's heart began to soften as he listened to the stories of the oppressed and witnessed their struggles. He realized the depth of his own cruelty and the suffering he had inflicted upon his subjects. Remorse washed over him, and he vowed to change his ways and become a just and compassionate ruler. When the day ended, King Reginald returned to the palace a changed man. He abolished oppressive laws, lowered taxes, and implemented policies that aimed to uplift the poor and provide equal opportunities for all. He sought counsel from his subjects, genuinely listening to their concerns and addressing their needs. Word of the king's transformation spread throughout the kingdom, and hope was rekindled among the people. They saw a new era dawning, one in which their voices were heard and their welfare was valued. As years went by, King Reginald's reputation transformed from that of a cruel tyrant to a benevolent leader. His kingdom prospered under his just rule, and the people lived in peace and happiness. The moral of the story is that even the cruelest of hearts can change and find redemption. It takes empathy, self-reflection, and a willingness to confront ones. I hope you liked watching this story. See you soon with a new short moral tale. Bye.